Yeah.
But hold on, let me turn on my camera so they can see me. Uh,
Damn, son. Damn, son.
I'm
Got like
I'm in this in between stage, right? So obviously I'm 5 weeks away from getting married, in it.
mhm. Oh shit.
So
Jeez. Such a short amount of time, bro.
I know.
Are you ready?
I was born ready. I lied. I lied. I was never born ready. I don't think any. That's another thing, man. This marriage is marriage is a serious thing. You have to pray for it.
You're
You have to pray for those things.
gonna have one China for the rest of your life.
Well, I've only had one China for 6 years, so I suppose the rest of it is
About 6 years compared to 75 years to go.
75. It's a long time, but that's why you just gotta be honest. Like I said, having open conversations with your partner. You see them man that I feel sorry for them man that are sexually stunted. You know, like them man that are just accepted deadbeat every and they're accepted deadbeat once a week, and they're in a relationship for like 2 years, and it's just like, bro, and they're not saying nothing. They're not even saying nothing to their partner. Like their girl will be like, yeah, boom, I dropped it down on you. And in their head, they're thinking, drop what? What did you drop? Whatever you dropped, you should pick it up. But they're like, nah. They're like, yeah, babes, nah, you did your things too. You did your things too. You know what I mean? Grinning in their face. And she's going to her friends and being like, my man is satisfied. My man is satisfied. These times, he
Wait,
is unsatisfied.
waited.
He's telling his man them. You know what I mean? And some these men are the man that are down bad. Them are the man that
Mm.
are on TikTok just watching Nyash after their for you page is just Nyash after Nyash after Nyash after Nyash. Like some serial killers, bro. I'm telling you, them are sociopaths. If you go into if you've got a brethren, yeah,
Yeah.
and you go into like their for you page on TikTok, and
Mm.
all it is bunda, bunda shaking, bunda shaking, bunda shaking, bro. They're having severe trouble at home. You have to counsel them, brothers. Is everything okay with you, big man? Like, what's
That's
happening?
in severe trouble. I'm dead.
But think about it like this, yeah. Like, even like your Instagram explore page, yeah.
Mm.
Like some man in it, like some man that I showed you like my explore page. My explore page is MMA, football.
Mm.
At the moment, it's bare Love Island as well. Music, hella music
Mm.
stuff, and like yeah, just like travel and stuff like that. Like my TikTok for you page is a lot of reactions and stuff like that.
Mm.
Some man got you go into their Instagram and it's just Instagram baddie, Instagram baddie, Instagram
Mm.
baddie, Instagram baddie, Instagram baddie, nyash nyash nyash, bunda bunda bunda. Do you know what I mean? Just it's like, bro, how much can you consume, bro? How are you consuming this much?
You know, the worst
This,
thing about that, yeah, see Insta, you talk about something and suddenly it pops up on your Instagram. So
yeah.
for you just to be filled with that, you're talking about it too much.
Not even that. I think even a step further, bro. Because after a while, they'll show you like one or two things if you're talking about it, yeah. But if your whole feed is just that,
Mm.
the only are you talking about it, you're engaging with these posts,
Mm.
you're liking them, you're
Mm.
not even liking them, you're loving it, you are in love with it. It's a job for you. You're
That's
working it
like
like
a
a
double
nine to
tapping
five.
on the spasm attack.
Honestly, like bro, if God forbid, that could never be me anyway. Like I said, you can't just look. You can't just be on TikTok and every nyash you're just da. Yeah, shake, shake, shake. Oh man.
Well, I don't,
And
like,
then
that's boring, man. I can't lie. Like, even just looking at it just gets boring. It's half
but
of it.
that's what I said. Them men are down bad because them men because they feel like they're in a relationship that they can't leave for
Mm.
whatever reason, but they're also not satisfied in the relationship, so they're unhappy that way.
Mm.
But they're not scumbags in the sense of that they're not going to go out and cheat.
Mm.
But I always think them brothers who are super bunderific on their page. Yeah.
Wonder.
Do you, this is a question. This is a good topic. Like, good question. Do you think that them brothers
Mm,
would cheat if the situation was patterned?
absolutely.
No ifs and buts, just absolute.
I don't do no ifs or buts, no absolutes. You know what I mean? Like
Nah,
if you're
that's
not at balls, shit, be your uncle. But she don't. So she not.
them,
Absolutely.
them brothers there. I have the feeling like this, yeah. Them other brothers, you see when they go out of town, when you do a country trip,
Mm,
Bradford, Blackpool,
mm,
Leeds, Newcastle, with
mm,
the guys, with the fellas,
mm,
and you're just out there. Them are the brothers that are sniffing. They just they just need an inch. Do you know what I mean?
mm.
They don't even need half an inch. They're their brothers in the box that are creating chances for themselves. They're not even waiting for it to be through ball. There's zero assists. It's just
Yeah,
creating
half the
chances for
body front.
themselves.
You give them an inch, they're taking a mile, boy.
They're taking the mile, and that's us. Them are the brothers that are unhappy, and I've seen it, bro. I've seen it. Man,
But you say that, yeah, it's not even them man that go crunching them. These man don't really be doing it with the next door neighbor. They just make
but the
just
thing
trying
that those are scumbags, though. Those are the men that are scumbags. I'm talking
yeah,
about the
bro.
brothers who,
Energy as a scumbag.
because bro, if you're cheating your next door neighbor, you're trying to get caught, bro. Like, come on, man. Do you know what I mean? Not all food is good food. That's all I can say,
Mm,
bro.
mm,
If you're cheating, you're living next door to this person, yeah. All it takes is one argument, right? One swift argument,
mm,
one, and it could be about nothing. It could, and this is the thing. When you're your next door neighbor, yeah, it may not even be about cheating. It
mm,
could be something. It could be something that neighbors argue over.
mm,
You could be like, oh, like she could come in there and she'd be like, your friends come over all the time.
mm.
Imagine that. Imagine you finish cheating here. You're laying in bed in it. You're just like, oh, it was a good one. Thank you. Thank you very much, sister. It's like, oh, by the way, when your friends come over, they always park in front of my drive. I don't like that. Tell them
Mm,
to stop parking in front of my drive.
mm,
And you're just like, yeah, whatever. Like, if your
mm,
neighbor said that to you in real life, innit, you'd be like, yeah, whatever.
mm.
But now you have to think about it. You've been cheating the neighbor and you've got a missus. So if your friends park in front of that drive one more time,
It's
she'll
over.
be like, I told you when listen, when you was over my house and you was moaning in my ear and then it's finished.
Mm,
And then now the whole street is awkward. And what
yeah,
do you do after that? Do you have to move?
right.
Are you staying in the same place?
That's the ones where them man will be shelling out for the parking permits. They're not trying to park the driver at all.
Honestly, like their brother, like their friends will come and they'll be praying their friend will park in front of them to be like, bro, come on, man, what are you doing, man? This is the neighbor's house, man. Just park around the corner, man. Just park around the corner. Come on, man. Stop being stupid. Do you know what I mean? That's
See, then it's just too much effort, man. To keep up stuff like that is way too much effort. If you're not happy in the situation that you're in, just take yourself out of it, bro. All this sneaking around and trying to do this and that, it's all just a myth, bro. It just takes up so much energy. But you see the ones that get caught cheating someone like close to the family, they're the serious dumb ones. That don't make no sense. And you can't be cheating your next door neighbor. Put yourself in an impossible situation. That's just a dumb move. Oh, it seems I'm here by myself, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the GDS podcast. I'm your host for the day, Major. You can call me Major. So since I'm here by myself, let's go through some business shout outs. Get me? Shout out Luxor Freak. Real classy event they got going on tomorrow. Have a look online, Luxor Freak Agency. Young athletes in particularly football, but could be looking to expand in the future. Look out for Fearless London coming through the back end of this year, beginning of next year. Clothing, apparel, everything is real pro black, pro fearless. Anything that encapsulates fearlessness is trying to be encapsulated in this clothing brand. So look out for that. Good stuff going on there. Car Culture UK, HT UK, car pages for you petrol heads. Scroll through, shall we? Follow me on the Twitter if you haven't already. You should know by now. You should know by now. At Barry Van Lint 97, BARRYVANLINT 97. Look for the new Major Triple Helix. Go for the thing. Shout out my guy from the end, so just won Olympic gold medal in BMX. Serious things. Look out for Cyril Thatcher III in the weightlifting. Big brother. You're a real genuine guy. Proper man. Sound human being. If he brings home a gold medal. Ooh.
Sorry about the disruption.
Oh, no worry. I've just been promoting loads of stuff.
Oh, what a bloody joker.
United away kit. That thing is a thing of beauty, boy.
It's better than our home kit. Our home kit is trash, bro.
I like it. It's retro.
There's retro and then there's just no effort. I feel like they just said, we'll just do down there. And then if it works, it works.
Come on, mate. It's fashion, bro. Less is more.
No, man. Less is more, but sometimes more is also more. And sometimes no effort is no effort. Do you know what I mean? So
no, I like it. The away kit is plain, though. I really like the away kit.
I'm contemplating what kit to get. I'm gonna see what their third kit looks like and then make a decision.
I'm copying that second one still. I made my decision as soon as that's all right.
But yeah. Do you know what I wanted to talk about? Did you see that thing, that influencer girl? That the black influencer girl that got done for doing F? There's a couple that got done this week. Like it was an overhaul. It seemed like, I don't know who was doing the policing this week in the fraud section, like they had a good week. they had a good week. They got a few bad bees this week on the fraud thing.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Yeah. So a couple of them got done. So girls are doing up lifestyle, innit? Like obviously, as you know, bad bees going to Dubai.
Mm.
What's the other place that they go to? Bali.
Mm.
All these places anyway. She was living up lifestyle. Every day she was in Hakkasan. Like, I don't need no man to take me Hakkasan. Da, 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 da.
Mm.
And her page was popping, don't get me wrong, yeah, but the lifestyle was not mathing. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
Like in my head anyway. Like when I never heard of her before because I don't really follow influencers like that.
Mm.
But the math just wasn't mathing. Her pay wasn't the pay wasn't paying. And then it came up that she was doing F, like serious Fs. Like brothers were sending her bank details for like I don't know if it was OnlyFans or if it was just like transactional stuff. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, all right, cool. I'll fly out or whatever. And then like just stealing peas from them, big peas. Yeah, doing F on their account. One of the girls was actually working with someone who worked in the Bank of England or the Bank of Scotland or something.
Mm.
And he had a link to like legit fake money, like super legit, like money that hasn't gone through like the barcode reading process yet, so it hadn't got a serial number.
That's
So
not
apparently,
spendable money.
pardon?
That's not spendable money.
It's not to the naked eye, it looks like spendable money, but to like obviously when Mr. Singh at the corner shop goes to cash that, he's gonna be like, the bank is gonna be like, hold on a minute, buddy.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, these influencers are getting caught in lifestyle, man. And like I hear that, but people were saying like people shouldn't be so harsh on them because of the pressures of because one of their friends came out and was like, I don't condone what they did, but remember her account was at 500,000 and then she lost all of her followings, which meant she lost loads of brand deals, and then she had to. So it was the pressure of social media and blah 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 blah. And I was just thinking to
So she
myself,
should reap the benefits for the crime.
my thing is this year is that no, like bro, no one felt sorry for Hush Puppy. no, no one felt sorry for Hush
Not
Puppy.
a single soul.
Hush Puppy, and Hush Puppy wasn't even doing it to regular people. Hush Puppy was stealing from the government. He was stealing from the government. That's a Robin Hood story, you know. That is a real Robin. That's what we should be. People should be talking about him more. They should be. He's a cult hero, bro. Man was stealing from oppressors.
He was giving back. If he was
He was giving
stealing,
to him. He was giving back to
then
himself.
funneling it back into our system.
At
Then
some
you could say,
stage, man. You listen. And let me tell you something right now, yeah. And this is the content issue. My people are my people in it. So if I win 100 mil, my people are set.
yeah.
But in terms of, I'm not gonna lie. After my immediate family, obviously wife and kids, outer family, mum, aunties, my brethrens, luxury, and then the community. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't, bro.
No,
I can't help.
I get that, but you see the thing with that though, yeah. You see all those people you just named in those categories before community is the people that would suck every single penny you have, and you won't even realize it. And that's I was listening to an interview the other day, yeah, and he was talking about it, and it's a good thing you raised this topic because, especially black like black people, we're kind of taught to get rich, or when you get rich, live that type of lifestyle to be in that bracket. But they're not taught about ownership and generational wealth. So it's just a limited period of time. So that's why I say all the people you're gonna set good, everyone will be set right for until we die, and then all the money's gone. Whereas
I hear you.
generational wealth, Jonah's kids, or kids, our kids, our kids will have peace.
I hear you. I do hear you. And as someone who has understood about generational wealth, my mum and dad have had countless conversations with me from young about ownership in it. So I always understood ownership and stuff like that. Like I always understood, and also as well, but I also, one thing that people don't realize, is that the Jamaican saying that you only have free paper until your free paper bun is a serious thing that I live by, right? And people don't, when I say it to you, people are like, what does that mean? Like, it just sounds so weird, yeah? Like, bro, I can give you free paper. Cool. But when your free paper bun, so if I've helped you, so if I say to you, here is £50,000, yeah? And you do £50,000 on Hakkasan and Libertine and a finance Range Rover, and that's it. Your free paper bun. That's you. You're finished. Don't come looking for. I'm not your dad. Do you know what I mean? I'm not spoon feeding you. I'm not even
Look at
doing that.
me, like, oh, you anything?
That's it. I'm not even doing that for my kids because my dad never did it. Like my mum and dad never did it for me. And it made me. What it made me do is it made me learn how to make things stretch. Do you know what I mean? Like you have to learn how to make things stretch, and then that creates hustlers mentality because I never came like I wasn't gutter in it. Like you know how like some people live the gutter stories in it. Like like my mum was never like evicted. Like do you know what I mean? There was never like no hard knock story. I never lived in the streets. Like do you know what I mean? Like my parents just set good in it. Like my parents set me good. Like obviously they obviously went through their stuff. Obviously they were first generation in it. But also as well, my nan, who my mum's mum, that my mum like she lived well for an immigrant. Like, was she rich? No, because how many first generation people, how many people who came off the Windrush ended up being rich? Maybe 4, 5. Do you know what I mean?
That's a push as well.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. And like my granddad wasn't rich either, like my dad's dad, but what he was hard working. Like the stereotype that Jamaican men don't work hard is just false. It's just a false narrative that's been created by white people. I'm telling you, by white English people, it's been created, and then that Jamaicans don't work hard because every Jamaican that I know, bro, they've got a hustle, then they've got a side hustle, and then they've got their hobby that they're also making money from, and then on top of that, then they're winning domino games to make a little bit of extra bread. This it's all for the love of bread. I'm telling people. People don't know, man. People don't know that. Like, so, like that was always. So then, my mum and dad always hustled and worked hard, and then they taught me how to hustle and work hard. So, like, I've always been a set of like ownership, but I've also understood as well. So, like, there's been a situation. I'll talk about it. So, when I left uni, when I dropped out of uni to obviously have kids, my house, like the tenancy, they wouldn't let me leave in it. So I was tied in for like 8 months in it. 8 months of paying rent to a place that I wasn't living in.
Yeesh.
And there was a lot of things that happened. Housemates were dickheads. The letting agency were dickheads. A lot of things were happening in it. Like a lot of things were happening. My relationship was strained at the time with my parents because obviously I was having a child and I was moving. It was difficult in it. But my mum and my dad collectively came together and paid my rent. You know what I mean? They said we'll pay your rent in it because obviously you've got a child to look after. and having that on your head is a lot. So we'll pay your rent.
Mm.
Cool. Like they paid my rent, but that was my free paper.
Mm.
So my free paper is done now. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
That I'm in this, like in my head, like my parents always help me in it. Like, don't get it twisted. If I told them right now, oh mum, like I'm on my face, do you know what I mean? They will help me. Do you know what I mean? But they will help me, but it will just I just know I could never get to that stage with them because it will just be the lecture that you will receive in your head. Oh my days.
Disappointment.
Oh, it's not even, it's the disappointment kills, yeah. But it's not only the disappointment, it's the knowing the fact that I'm here again. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm here again. Like I've moved out. Like, bro, like, I talked to some man, yeah, who have like they started up businesses, they had an apartment, whatever, and then things have just gone left. Like bankruptcy, like COVID obviously affected a lot of people's businesses, things like that, and then they're back home living with their rents, and they're just like, bro, like I can't believe I'm here again. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't. Man said I can't believe that I was cheating girls in my apartment, and now I've got to ask my mum. I've got to tell my mum where I'm going. I don't even have to ask. I have to tell her, and I have to ask her to not double bolt the door so that I can come home late.
That pain hurts, bro.
That is a pain, bro. And now I've got kids. I know I can't do it. Like I just know. Like I can't. Like I can't do it. Like I've got a wife and kids now. It's no games now. Like even if I have to take to get in a line and sending 12-year-olds crunch, I'll do it because I don't realize that I can't look at my mum and dad in the eyes after they're working for years and years and years and years. My dad's working 2 jobs, my mum working 2 jobs. To look at them and be like, hey guys, I'm back again. I need my room back. Oh, that was severe pain. Severe pain. Oh, no way.
That's what we've got to teach the youth, especially like this age. They always say like, this the age to work hard, but you got to work smart because this working hard life is not the one way.
I think we're taught to work hard because our parents worked hard, because that was all they knew in it. There was no opportunity to work smart. Like you can't, like bro, like especially as black people, you couldn't show up to the job and just be like, I'm going to work smart, because they'll fire you first day. Because they'll be like, no, Jamal, your hair is the wrong hair. Your hair is the wrong. We don't like those dreadlocks that you've got there. You're lazy. You're fired. Don't come back here. And do you know what I mean? That messes with your brain. So they just knew, like, cool, get a level 1 haircut and just work hard. That's it. Like that's the truth. Like,
but we have the opportunities and the knowledge to filter our way through the system. Like our parents were they're hard workers that had to set foundations. We, like, in terms of like institutional racism and all this stuff, we fight it. Why have we not found the way to fight the system in terms of getting ourselves into better jobs? We should be able to work.
Bro, you can't fight. The problem is, yeah, we're fighting a system that was made for us. That it's like put it this way, yeah. It's like fighting a blanket in the dark, innit? Like,
I get that.
It's like, as much as, bro, put it this way, yeah. And I always say England is the worst for it, yeah. England has done a good thing at making separation, right? So they've made their thing about classism. So you know how like America is straight racism. You nigger, we don't like niggers. You know what I mean? Like it's hate, like they hate. But you can fight that, and what you can also do is you can ally other people because they can see it as all right, cool. This is direct hate. now. We can see the direct hate. Of course, there's people that will always oppose you. Of course, that's fighting. That's fighting a system. There's going to be people who are in favor of the system. But in England, they've made it so that people, it looks like it's not about race. But as black people, you can feel like, and you can't explain the feeling to people. It's a spidey sense. You can feel when something is racist, yeah? And it's so hard to vocalize it to people and be like, this is racist. And people be like, how is it racist? You're like, I can't explain it to you. I just know in my heart this is racist. And this is some racist bullshit. And then you've got a single mum from Sunderland who's literally on £3 a day, who's like, well, black people ain't having it that hard because look how hard I have it. Do you know what I mean? And then you've got Indian people who are like, well, we've come here and we've had to work hard and people just think we're terrorists. And you've got Eastern Europeans and then they've created pockets of...
Let me tell you something though, yeah. And the Indians are using an example, yeah. But don't come and shoot the messenger. It's not all people. I'm just saying, I know
exactly what you're going to say and you're right. You're 100% right.
I don't know. Okay. And especially in the health sector, yeah, a lot of these doctors and GPs and stuff, they get their family involved, become family businesses. Yeah, like you see a lot of doctors, and their sons are doctors, their daughters are pharmacists, and all this stuff, and they are people that own these things, or they're contracted to NHS to do these things. Yeah,
yeah.
In these types of jobs, you got to get the degree, and then you got to get like the supervisory hours and stuff. These men are just signing off on stuff that has never happened. Like the amount.
Sure.
So they're plugging themselves. We don't do that.
For sure.
We would rather, if we started like a thing with the NHS, you would see man come for a job. And they'll tell you, no, this is my business. Like you're gonna have to watch me flex rather than help another man out.
But it's not about that. The problem is, and this is what I say, it's a systemic thing, because what they've done for black people for years is created a 1 in, 1 out policy, and it's for every industry, right? Every industry, from politics to rap music, yeah. Every industry, for black people especially, have a 1 in, 1 out, right? So there can only be one. They won't allow more than one. The minute there becomes more than one, they shut the thing down. It doesn't happen like that. So in politics, there's like one black MP in it. There's like one main black MP. There might be a couple more. I don't know what the exact ratio is. People don't come to me and be like, this person is a black MP. This person is a black MP. Bro, there's 2 that I know. David Lammy and Diane Abbott in it. There's 2. Cool.
Oh, no more.
Who?
I don't even know his name, but they call him Bim. I think his name is Abimola.
I don't know him, but power to him. He's a real one, isn't it?
He's a monkey. He's not a real one. He's
a real one, because you need the people, even if it's not about, at this stage, it's not about what they're doing in it. It's time to get the faces in it.
Nah, he's uncle. He might as well be white.
No. But that's unfortunately the thing is now is that we need to get, like I said, we need to get white people comfortable with seeing black faces before we shock them and be like, surprise, motherfuckers, we're here to make change.
You see that there? I agree with that. But the thing is, the Uncle Toms are getting in these places are not doing what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, for sure. But at the moment, it's like, if you go in, like I said, when you go in and try to make change on day one, they will fire you. That'll be the end of it. They'll put fire on your name, and that'll be the end. Like, I'm telling you, you can't go in, like, as much as, bro, I would love to see a militant black man just go in there. Do you know what I mean? One Rasta, one Jeje Rasta just saying, he's just going in there. You just see him standing on BBC with the Star of David just there posting and saying, I'm not signing into the Matrix. They're polluting the mind. You know what I'm saying? I just want that, but it's never going to happen. It's not going to happen yet. Like, do you know what I mean? We have to get, first and foremost, it's about comfortability. It's about getting people not even comfortable. comfortable is the wrong word, getting them familiar with seeing black faces in these positions. Because at the moment, people still get shocked, you know, if you see a black man owning a corner shop. You know what I mean? Have you ever walked into a corner shop and see a black man?
Never.
Bro, it throws you off though. It does. Like you walk in, like even as a black person who's grown up around black people, yeah, you walk into a corner shop and you see a black man, you're like, what? You start looking around like as if to see, is this a corner shop that I'm in? Like, bro, I just try to get a little, you know what I mean, a little juice. You know what I mean? You start walking around, do you know what I mean? But like I said, you have to get people familiar. Like whether you like it or hate it, you have to get people familiar with seeing black faces outside of entertainment. And not even entertainment, because I have this conversation as well with loads of people. People talk about rap music, yeah, and people will say, and like sport and that, and they'll be like, oh, all the black people are at the top. And I say, no, there's 2 or 3 high earners, but the rest are not there, bro. They're not there. They're not where, like I'm talking about, if we're talking about the serious ballers, like even if we're talking about music, yeah, cool. There's Stormzy and Dave that are clearly making a lot of bread. Do you know what I mean? But in comparison to people like Shawn Mendes and Taylor Swift, you know what I mean? Their money's short, bro. Like, Stormzy's money is short in comparison to, do you know what I mean? To these white people who are like, do you know what I mean? These pop eyes. And that's because the door opens for one. So we'll allow 1 or 2. Do you know what I mean? Stormzy, Dave, that's cool. It's sick. Yeah. Look at us. We filled the quota. Do you know what I mean? What do they call it? What's that stupid thing that they say when it's like all people of color? BAME. They'll be like, oh, look, we filled the BAME quota. Look at this. Look, it's a black man. It's a black man. Look, it's there. Do you know what I mean? But then they'll be like, then you'll see people on the outskirts that are trying to come in. You'll be like, yeah, like, how about me? Like, can I come in? No. We've reached the quota. Like, do you know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. These politicians, they're like, cool. We need to get them to open up the quota. All right, cool. Your quota's 2. Open it up, man. 5, 6, 7. Then next thing you know, they have no quota, and then it's just unlimited black people. And then you start seeing black people are not a homogenous group. Like, we're not just all one black people, because no other group is like that. I just want to put that, even there's groups that are fighting oppression, they're not all going the same way. Like, we're not fish, bro. You know what I mean? We're not a school of fish just trying to swim in one direction. Do you know what I mean? Just trying to swim west. Some people have got other things.
But you see the thing with Stormzy though, yeah? And the reason why his quality of music from he's gone down. But in terms of lifting the people, what he's doing, I think is fantastic. Like for a man from the road to get Cambridge scholarships for black students, it's a bit of a mad thing, considering not many black students even go to Cambridge.
That's what I'm saying. What we had to do, like I said, now, because they're familiar now in entertainment with seeing black faces. So before, when you had the people like Tipsy Strider and Lethal B and Dizzy Rascal and Chip and all these people, right? Like, they were like the pacemakers that they couldn't go in. Like, do you know what I mean? They got in, and that made people feel a bit more familiar. Like, oh, look, there's black people here. Do you know what I mean? We're not going to be startled if more black people come. And now that there's black people in, all right, cool. Now we can start doing things. You know what I'm saying? All right, cool. Stormzy can start offering scholarships to, do you know what I mean? For black students, and he can start sticking it on the Daily Mail on public platforms and stuff like that. Because that's what they need. Do you know what I mean? And he can start saying, Theresa May, where the fuck is the money for Grenfell? Do you know what I mean? He can say that. Because now it's like, oh shoot, like, cool. Like, they let us in now. Like, now we're in, it's time to affect change. You just need to do that.
Not getting those type of people in the right places.
No, I
Like,
know, I hear that, but like
yeah,
I said, we have to at first. We need to get people in so that so that man who are the youth know that there's more than just kicking ball or spitting lyrics,
that's what I'm saying. The people that
which is quite
are
ironic
using
because for us
in
to,
those environments.
as you kick ball and I spit lyrics, but
Yeah,
it's quite, but like at the same time, as much as my mum used to show me pictures of people and my dad used to show me pictures of people, they used to take me to all these Black History stuff. And my mum and dad are proper big. Like I'm telling you, I think they were in Black Panthers. Like I think they were in the Black Panther UK. Like on a low, they weren't just trying to tell man because they don't want to do the whole militant thing, but they were in it. But growing up, yeah, all the men that I looked up to, really and truly, all the Black people that I looked up to were rappers, actors, ballers. Do you know what I mean? Like there wasn't many people. There weren't like. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like, alright, cool. There wasn't like growing up. I didn't have a Barack Obama. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Growing up, I didn't have like. Do you know what I mean? The closest thing I think I got to that was Benjamin Zephaniah, who was like a poet, but then again, but he was quite like a political.
Wait, how old were you when Obama came in?
I wasn't young, but at that stage it was over, innit?
No,
Like
wait,
the whole
Obama came in 08.
yeah, but I was that by that stage, I've already my influences have already like I'm already writing bars, bro. Like it's too late now to switch it up. Do you know what I mean? Like I've already written my first 16. I'm hooked. Do you know what I mean? Like I can't go back now. Like Obama's there, cool. I hear that, it's sick, but it's too late for me now. Do you know what I mean? Pardon?
Must have been like year 8, year 9.
Nah, surely it was after that. Surely.
No,
I couldn't have been that young. Even I was writing bars then, but I wasn't that young.
he served 8 years, isn't it?
He served 8 years, and remember, Trump has just done his 4.
Yeah,
It could have been '08, you know. You might be right.
I'm pretty sure I'm right. So I
That's
remember
mental. When did we leave school? 15. We left sixth form 15, innit? We're 15.
2009.
No, we left. I left. Wait, you left school in 2009. I left school in 2008. I'm the year above you.
I secondary school.
Yeah, you left in.
I started secondary school 2008.
There's no way you started secondary school in 2008. That doesn't sound right, bro. That doesn't
I remember my roll number 28120. 2008, 120th students to be accepted.
Right. This is how I always do things, right? This like in terms of things that happen in my life, yeah. Everything I centered around 2012, innit? Because I really thought because I thought the world was gonna end in it. Like big and serious, yeah. People were saying the world was gonna end, and I believed them. Like I believed in my heart of heart. The world is over. 2012 finished, finito. And then when it didn't finish, I was like, calm, London Olympics still. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, alright, cool. The world didn't end. We'll still get the Olympics in it. And plus, my mum was in the opening ceremony. My mum was in the opening ceremony, and my dad worked at the Olympics. So it was sick at it. But I was 16.
16 in
I was 15, 16. And how I know is because I got chicken pox then. So I got chicken pox during the opening ceremony. You see, this how rationalized thing in my brain. Because I remember I got chicken pox. The woman on NHS Direct told me that I might not be able to have kids, right? Because I had chicken pox late in it and it affects your fertility.
Oh, okay.
My parents were in the opening ceremony. I went all to the towers on the hottest day of the year. No, I went Fort Park on the hottest day of the year with my chickenpox scars, and I look like something out of the Goonies. That I look like a horror character, bro. I look like what's the brother with the claw? Freddie in it, Freddie or Jason. I looked like him, bro. I was finished, bro. I had my top off as well because I had to. Hopefully, the melanin was just the sun was gonna radiate. I hope the sun would just cook the white spots in it because there was all that the scabs in it, bro. I just look like a fucking mess, bro. I look like a fucking mess. I'm so glad there's no pictures of that. That was the worst. That was one of the worst days of my life.
Mm.
But yeah, 2012 was a lot, and I was about 16, right? I swear Obama was just in when I was in 2012, but 8, 9, 10.
He
It
won the
must have been his
election.
second term,
He won the election in 2008, and then was inaugurated 2009.
right? And then he won his second election 2012.
Yeah, and then got the second inauguration the second term started in 2013.
So the second term started when I was in sixth form, because you were in year 11. Not when I came All Saints, when I was in Cadabama still.
I left year 11, 2013. So I would have been year 10.
Yeah, it makes sense, actually. That makes sense.
Mm.
So you would have been inaugurated. When he was inaugurated, you would have been in year 11.
Yes. For the second time.
Madness. Yeah, the second time.
Yeah.
That's why I thought. So in my head, all right, cool. 2012. Who was after him?
After Obama.
Yeah.
Trump.
2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016. Trump was in 2016.
Yeah, it's 2021.
The world should have ended in 2012.
He done 16 to 20, innit?
The world should have just ended in. All them conspiracy theorists on YouTube that was like, the world is ended in 2012. Guys, the calendar and
the Mayan calendar, innit?
Oh my days. And the thing is, yeah, these times, this is why I'm not into conspiracy theories now, yeah. You see, growing up, yeah, I was into them heavy, bruv. Let me tell you something, yeah. I'm gonna go through right now, yeah. I'm just gonna expose myself. Fuck it. The list of stupid conspiracies that I believed in my life, and the list of stupid conspiracies, right? Cool. There was a brother that worked in IKEA. No, was it IKEA or was it Costco? I think it was Costco off the A12, innit? Right? You're the big Costco off the A12 as you're going into North London, yeah?
Yeah.
There was a brother in there that looked like Tupac, innit? And I believe that Tupac wasn't dead because he was Tupac and Tupac was working in Costco or IKEA. I can't remember which one it was. I swear to God.
Who graces that?
I swear to God. I swear that he was hiding. I thought he was hiding from Sugar, innit? And obviously, his man was holding down a DL thing because obviously Sugar's a convicted criminal, so he can't travel to London. So Tupac knew that by hiding in London, faking his death and hiding in London, Sugar never gonna find him.
Oh my days! So you thought he went from selling mad CDs to selling in bulk toilet tissue and
bro, when I think of it now, yeah, I'm actually an idiot, bro. Like, I couldn't believe I was thinking this stuff, bro.
No, I can't lie. I definitely followed some conspiracy theories back in the age. Like I believe
You ever played the CDs backwards?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Philip, what was he thinking? Playing CDs.
And then when you listen to songs backwards, and it's just one idiot that's remixed the whole thing.
It just sounds but then he'll be like, that's some money. And the next thing you know, I just didn't live. We believe. Listen, yeah. Everyone that's our age, yeah. Everyone believed the Illuminati thing. Everyone believed the Umbrella, the song "Umbrella" by Rihanna was an Illuminati song. So like,
I heard all that. I never understood all of that. I didn't even bother researching it. So when people talk about it, I was just like, boy, time for me to
I believed it, but that was a hill. Like when I was like 13, 14, that was a hill I was living and dying on. And the thing is, yeah, my mom and dad, like, don't understand it, innit? Like they didn't understand it. And now obviously there's things that they just think are used, yeah, but then my dad was like, My dad used to say it back to me, yeah, and I used to say yes with my chest, with full chest. I was saying yes, bro. My dad used to say to me, so let me get this straight, yeah. You hear the song going forward. So they recorded the song going forward, right?
Mm.
But they made the words so that not only do they make sense going forward,
but something made sense.
it also made sense going backwards.
And it was different words.
And I was like, yes, Dad, that's exactly what they're doing. And they're trying to, and what they're doing is they're using subliminal messages. And it's the Illuminati. And then my dad was saying, but then they're dancing in the music videos. And at the same point, they're lining up the backwards words. They're making Illuminati hand gestures. I was like, yes, Dad, you're getting it. My dad's like, you're an idiot. Yes. You're an idiot. I just need to see like the hope in his eyes. Like this way, he's not gonna make it. You're not going to make it. It's this guy used to look at me like, you're a fool, you're an idiot. And then I'm like, nah, mum. And then I said to my mum, and my mum used to be like, so this is why I'm sending you to school. You don't know your books, but this is what you know. Flip. I used to be so sure. Bro, everyone was sure. Like, do you remember? And like, that Umbrella song. I couldn't even listen to that song.
I just remember when Fetty Wap came out, everyone was getting mad. Oh, this new guy, he's part of Illuminati. I was like, what? They were like, the Illuminati requirement is you have to sell your soul or give up something like a family member's life or a part of your body. So I said he gave his eye.
Flip sake. I remember that. I think I'd just come out of it. I think that was when I was at the end. I think I was at the end of my tether with it because I think I was getting laughed at so much at home, yeah. And this is what I think, yeah, being laughed at is one of the most important things in our community. It's so important to be laughed at because when you do stupid things, yeah, like there's things that you just need people to laugh. You need to feel embarrassment when you're saying you said it out of your mouth and people are looking at you and being like, look at this fool. Look at this simple fool. Like, bro, that Illuminati thing was so funny, bro.
Bro. The worst thing, yeah, is it's just bare stupid. Like the whole Fetty Wap eye.
He said he just had simple cataracts. He just had simple. He had a simple common disease that a lot of people have. But he gave his eye, and he's baby.
Just now, he says he had congenital glaucoma.
Oh my days!
Someone had genital glaucoma and decided Illuminati.
Someone was like, "No, I'm not a doctor, but I can tell you, it's not glaucoma. It's actually the Illuminati." And it's always, bro. I used to sometimes. I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, the videos used to be so shook. Yeah, my mom and dad used to go to bed at it. Used to go to bed at like 12. Used to sleep downstairs because the computer. Listen, them man that used to have laptops and that, he was living life. We used to have a main computer, and it was downstairs in our front room. Like it wasn't like, bro. It wasn't just It wasn't a laptop thing. It wasn't like sitting in my room and like I had to sneak downstairs, turn on the computer, watch these videos. And it was like 2:00 at night. And the wind would be blowing and you just think to yourself, nah, the Illuminati are coming to get me. Simple, just a simple idiot in Ilford doing nothing with his life. I thought they was coming to get me. I was like, they're coming. They're coming to get me. They're coming to get me. Nah, but it's actually a fucked up generation, bro. Do you know what else was fucked up as well from our childhood? Yeah. And I feel like there's a trauma about it and no one can speak about it. But I'm gonna speak about it on this podcast. Remember Two Girls, One Cup?
Oh, bro. Bro, let's save that conversation for another day, innit?
Nah. Bro, I don't know if I could even bring myself to relive that.
Nah, bro, that whole thing was just a really weird.
Are you messed up, man? They messed us up. It was a mess up. They gave us the internet too soon. It was a big mess up.
Far too soon.
I feel sorry for the youths now, man. You can't even stream illegal movies without getting boobies in your head. Literally, you can't even watch simple. You can't even watch simple anime. You're just trying to watch cartoons. You're just trying to stream Boondocks illegally. Next thing you know, you've got live Jasmine.
Mom, I was using it. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm crying. Listen, I don't know if I've actually got tears in my eyes. That was maybe, that's maybe one of the funniest things that's ever happened in this podcast. Oh God.
Nah, but that conspiracy stuff was just the weirdest. I mean, we had a boy in our class. He was a religious believer. This guy, every day in school, he contemplated what he's ready to give up to be rich and famous. He'd be like, if I give away this pinky, can I move to girls with four fingers?
I thought that though. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think that. When I first started spitting lyrics, yeah. Alright, cool. There's two things that I thought, yeah, that bro, since I know I was just there's something wrong with me. Like there's something mentally wrong with me in it. You know how man used to say, yeah, oh bro, on the estate, flat smelling like piss. My dad didn't love me. He left me and my mum. I used to think, oh man, me looking at my nuclear family at home. My dad was there. My dad was living in my house. We were living in a nice house. We had a garden and that. I was like, bro, the bars don't translate the same, bro. I was like, why isn't this guy just dip, man? So I can just be like, dad left me, you know?
You split the bars and your dad will be outside your door like, say what?
Honestly, my dad would just open the door. Is that what you're saying about me? Is that what you're telling people about me? No. I used to always think, yeah, I couldn't go in X Factor. I had no sub story. I had no sub story. My mum always provided free meals for me. We go on holiday twice a year. Living.
Oh boy.
But one time I asked my dad for a PS3. He didn't get it for me straight away, but he got it for me the next Christmas. Gee, like, it doesn't, the bar don't hit the same, bro. It's not the same.
A lot of rappers nowadays, they tell them stories, son, because their friends did it. So they really just tag along with it. It's like the 8 Mile with Clarence.
He had a gang, but his real name is Clarence. Do you know how many? Do you know how much man are now not gonna like? Do you know how much the name Clarence must not get used now because of one movie?
It's mad.
Imagine your mum named you Clarence, and then you went to school, and we was like, "He's not a young. His real name is Clarence."
Real good marriage.
No, there's certain things.
Even like at work today was talking about secondary school. The best time in secondary school after school finishes. Because that's the window where your parents worry about the most. For some reason, instead of walking home, you've always been messing around and doing something, and your parents seem to think you're on some GTA heist when you finish school.
Your parents thought you was out there smoking, selling drugs, living in life, yeah. Like the point of the gang, yeah.
Your parents will be thinking you're on a serious like 5-star GTA heist.
Between 3:30 and 4:30, your parents thought you was Escobar. They thought you was Pablo Escobar.
And really, you was playing flipping fun wars in the park.
Honestly, you were just playing runouts, isn't it? You were playing runouts, King.
But
that's trying to talk to gal in it.
You have at that age, and things just kind of shape your future, innit? It's character.
Yeah.
I was talking to my auntie. So you know, in like England, I need to verify this story. In fact, I'm gonna do it live on the pod too. In England, you get to a certain age, you go to school. Apparently in Nigeria, I don't know where the scientifics behind this come from, but in order to get into school, you had to pass one test to get into school.
Flip.
That test was not intellectual. It was not physical. All you had to do was put your hand over your head like this, and
Oh,
your hand had to reach your ear. If your hand couldn't touch your ear, you weren't ready for school.
for the love of Jesus. For the love of...
I was like, surely this ain't right. And my uncle was like, yeah.
Bro, what is that?
Bro.
Imagine there's a 1-year-old right now, yeah, that has literally got long arms that could do that.
That's what I was like. Doesn't make sense.
Charlie could do that, yeah. If Charlie was to go to school now, he would fumble. This guy can't.
Like, surely
this guy can't even use a spoon correctly. And you want to send him to school? You're crazy. He'll be held back so many years. He'll be by the time he learns it, he'll be in the right year. He'll be going to school early, and then he'll be held back and held back and held back and held back. Then all of his friends will be in the same year with him. All right, cool. Now we can go together.
So that's what my auntie was saying. My auntie was saying there was at least a group of 10 of them, 10 girls that were 2 years younger than her, that graduated school 2 years before her, simply because they could reach over and touch their ear. And I'm going to verify the story because she said it was in the 70s.
Oh, shit.
From the 60s to the 80s time. That's when they were doing it, which is when.
Bro, you see.
One sec. Mom, come. Yeah. I need you to verify a story for my listeners. You don't need to be on the camera.
Pardon?
So you don't need to be on the camera, but I need you to verify a story.
What's that?
So I was talking to Auntie Antonia at work.
Yeah.
She said when she was going to school, she told me to ask you. She said when he was going to school, their test to see if he was ready to go to school was that you had to put your hand over your head.
Yes.
And touch your ear.
Yeah.
So that was actually a thing.
Yes.
Why?
I don't know. It was one of the criteria. If you can do this and touch your ears.
But that has no scientific bearing on your mental capabilities.
Well, it does, because they reckon that if you can do that and stuff like that, there's a way they do it. They have to put you under some ruler, some kind of a measurement, You stand there. If you fit in the, the length of the ruler, right? Then they tell you to bend your ears and whatever. What it is, I don't know, but that was one of the criteria anyway. And if you don't pass that one, they won't, you won't go to any school. No, it's true.
That's so silly.
Yeah?
That's so silly though.
Well, for you, it was silly. It's silly, but for them, that was it's just like them, saying to you, you have to have this in order to go to uni. And that was their criteria.
Yeah, but
some primary school then, you have to read A to Z, 1, 2, 3 to 100.
I get that.
You have to do that in Igbo. You have to do that in English.
Yeah, but
so
that's a mental test.
Yeah, they will test both languages and see what you are up to. And then they will know exactly, what class they can put you in.
That's like saying
if your hand doesn't touch your other ear, you might not be able to go to school at all. Whatever it was then, whatever that meant to them, God knows, I don't know. But that was how we were able to assess him.
What if he was actually smart?
Sorry?
What if he was actually smart? You just had small arms.
Well, I don't know. That was one of their criteria. So maybe, when they take you and then you start doing good there and showing how brilliant you are, then they'll say, okay, this is actually, she's smarter than these guys, she shouldn't be like a gifted child. And they'll take you and put you in another higher class.
This was just for primary.
There are some people, primary school, there are some people that when they ask you interview, you go for interview, if you do very well in the interview, they could actually use that to assess you, to say, okay, this person is definitely more than elementary 1 or 2. So they will check exactly where you belong, and then they put you maybe in 3. So you will jump to, 2 classes, and just they fit you into the other, and then you'll be able to pull through very well. There are some of us, like, when we were in school, if you don't pass, you don't go to the next class anyway. So, at the end of the day, if you do much better than what they have expected, then they take you to the higher class.
So you just skip.
So you just drop, yeah. you skip, but then, while you're skipping, they'll make sure that you are suitable for that class they're going to put you in. How they assess that, I don't know.
Touching your
Yeah.
toe.
And he was walking, he was walking, because parents have to come to school wondering, why is my son not being, sent to this class? Why is my son still in this? Because they are dumb. They are non-natives, they don't know. And then they would actually assess you, right in presence of your parents, And then the parents will now sit, say, okay, well, they are right.
Wow.
That was many years ago, about 40, 45 years ago you're talking about.
Yeah, well, it's
Yeah,
recent.
45 years ago.
It's not like hundreds of years ago.
No, it's 45 years ago.
Because Auntie said,
Antonia is 50 years now, so she would have done maybe 47 years ago.
Auntie said she had like girls that were 2 years older than
Yeah.
graduating before,
Yeah.
just based on the fact they had longer arms.
Yes, exactly. No, it's a fact. It's just like when they, like here, over here, they assess you guys, and then they can say, oh, these children, this person, is a gifted child. And then they take the person away. There was a time
based on mental ability.
Yeah, well, based on mental ability and other things. I don't know what it was, but obviously, I remember when Mr. Sims, called me and your dad, to tell us that Ben should be in a private school. I said, really?
Ben.
Yeah, Ben. Ben was smarter than everybody in that class, in their class. He was doing mentally, all his friends in the class, nobody could match Ben. So they called us to have a meeting. Twice we went for that meeting. I told Derek, no, I'm not taking him to any private school business. See, if I send him to private school, what about Barry? I'm ready. How am I going to cope with them? You can't train one. Sorry?
I could have been gifted. I can do this.
Yeah. Well, I said, well, I can't afford, because they said we have to apply to the council, local authority. When they saw everything that was involved, they pay half of it and they won't, the rest we have to, pay. And we have to send him to boarding school. I said, no, please, just leave my children. Leave them where they are. Private school or no private school, they'll be exactly what God has ordained them to. That was how I ended it. Stop picking up.
Well, I just wanted to confirm that story.
No, it's right. She was right.
Imagine that in England. To get into school, we have to stand on one leg and touch your nose. Then fall it over. Oh, what time? That's only 40 years ago, That is weird. Sensational stuff, man.
Oh,
But there you go.
That's maybe the best thing. That's maybe the best thing.
Yeah, out to school in Nigeria, just make sure their arms are long enough to touch their
I
ears.
bet, look at me now. I can touch both ears. That's it. I would have been going to university. I would have had the doctorate already.
So when they say, "Can you do this?" and you whack out the boob, they must have just get this.
They would have said no. They would have given you the pen and paper and said, "No, you need to do my job here."
Just come and teach.
Lit.
Oh, Mazzolini.
No, do you know what? Yeah, my nan had a similar story as well when she was going to school in St. Lucia, innit? So she swore, right? She used to swear she was the top person in the whole of the island. Like in the whole island, she was the smartest girl her age. Swear, like she said she could have been a scientist, she could have been a doctor, everything. She said, I was so smart. And they put her up 2 years in it. And then she said the teacher didn't like her shoes in it, didn't like her school shoes. So she put her back down. And she said that was it. That was the end of her doctor's dream. When my dad told me that was, I swear to God, yeah, I was very young when she told me it. I was like, what? I was like, what? Obviously, I'm applying like English logic to that. I was like, first and foremost, imagine the scenes of being like a year 4 in a year 6 class, like the scenes. And then imagine getting to that pinnacle. You was at the top, you're top dog. And then boom, the teacher looks at you. Nah, them kickers are dead still. Back down you go.
Man's got to do the walk machine in your.
Oh my
shoes
days.
that are perfectly
She
fine.
said her mum beat her because her mum beat her because of that. And then she said she didn't understand why. Because her mum bought her the shoes. Oh my days. No, I couldn't, I actually couldn't. I couldn't even for a second.
Oh, fuck. I'm so done.
Imagine, this I mean, yeah, parents are actually, this is what I mean though, parents don't get it right, man. Parents don't get it right. There's no parent that, listen, any parent, ask any parent if they got it right 100% of the time. Yeah.
I can't get over that story. I just imagine your grandma after getting licked out, just looking at the mum like, what the serious?
Bro, and the thing is, yeah, that my nan was apparently like as a child, my nan was bare quiet in it. Like she used to be, just never used to say nothing. I can just imagine, like from what I know of her, she would have been plotting. She would have been plotting. Oh
Wait,
man,
is it your solution then?
yeah.
Oh man.
She is, bro. She is bare funny. I never met my Jamaican grandma. She passed when my dad was like 5, so I never got to even meet her.
Oh,
But bro, her like my granddad, so my dad's dad, my nan and my mum's mum, bro, they're two of the funniest people on this earth. My granddad never used to say nothing either. Like my granddad he was a man of few words in it. But when he used to say things, he meant it. Like whatever he said, he meant it. Like it wasn't. He never used to say nothing. He didn't waste words. It's like he had to pay for words. So every word he said, he meant it. If he said it, he meant it. It wasn't wasting words. One time, I don't know what he said. He just said that was it. He said, "Well, your ex is marked," and that was it. I think I'd done something at school, and my mum came and snitched. And she said, "Well, your ex is Mark." And that was it. That's all he said about the situation. I was like, oh my God. And I didn't know what it meant in it. But like apparently, like school back home, if they used to put an X on your card, on like your report card, it was serious. It was serious time for you. Like it was serious. Like you might as well run away. You might as well try and run away from home because you was finished if you got there. Also, though, another thing we're gonna have to talk about as well is why do people from the Caribbean and Africa have names that's not really their name?
What do you mean?
Like the name, their God-given, like the name that their parents gave them, so the name that's on their birth certificate is not the name that they're known by. They'll just have a separate nickname that has nothing to do with them as a person or a characteristic. Do you know what I mean? They just used to have a separate name. So like my granddad, I knew my granddad as Charlie, hence why he was Granddad Charlie, hence why my son is called Charlie. But people used to know him as Jack.
What was his name?
His name was Charlie, but there are people that like when I was at his funeral, people were like, "Oh, you're Jack's grandson." I was like, "Nah, G, my granddad's name was Charles." Like, I don't know who that is. You know what I mean? Like, no disrespect, bro, but this is his funeral here, bro. That we're at work. Charles' funeral, bro. Like, nah, Jack. That's not what we called him, Jack. I was like, you think you know someone, did it? You think you know someone, and then they just switch on you. They have this whole alter ego. And the thing is, people like even like his nieces and nephews used to call him Uncle Jack. I'm like, who is this Jack person? Who's this character? This guy is a whole other main character in a whole different movie.
Wait, did you ever find out why?
No, bro, no one knows. To this day, there's nothing. Just Jack. I think alter ego. I think it was so if they tried to send people back in it, they didn't know who they was looking for. Because when obviously, if all your work colleagues and that know you as Jack in it, and then one day they try to snitch on you, and then the Home Office come, you just
Mm.
be like, I don't know who Jack is.
Mm.
Who's Jack?
Yeah, I get that.
Never heard of him. This guy. They must be thinking of someone else. but apparently he was called in Jamaica as well. So I don't know where it came from, bro. Like, what's going on? Like, I need answers, man. And then sometimes you just meet someone. You'll meet one guy and he'll be like, "Yeah, man." Like, there's bait ones, obviously. There's super bait ones that people will be like, "Yeah, my name's Razor. Alright, cool. I know your mum didn't look at you when you came out of her womb. She didn't carry you for 9 months and call you Razor. Absolutely not.
Mm.
But like, there's like I said, like Jack is just a normal name. Like Jack could be his name.
Yeah.
But his name wasn't Jack, and it just threw me, bro. Like it proper threw me because I didn't know up until like literally I didn't know until the day of his funeral that people used to refer to him as Jack.
Mm.
Even like I said, his brother called him Jack. His nieces and nephews called him Jack. Friends, work colleagues called him Jack.
Mm.
Like people at the bingo who used to call him Jack. He used to be like, oh, but why? So why?
I
just need
get the tag names and stuff, but I don't get these other names.
bro, but it's an African. It's definitely like an island thing. Like people who are from like Africa, the Caribbean, Ireland, and India do it. I know a lot of Indian people that just, bro, they'll tell you that their name is, I don't know. They'll give you, and the thing is, it's not even like they've done like the thing. You know where it's like, cool, you've got like a bait Indian name, so you've got like an English name. They'll have like 2 Indian names that they'll give you. Bro, I just need one. Do you know what I mean? I just need to know the one, bro. I just need to know the name. Stop hiding.
If you get them names in England, then I get that because English people are just lazy and refuse to pronounce any names that aren't English. But if you come with that name, then it's weird. Like Cesar Aspilicueta. Why the hell is it called Dave? I'll never know.
Where's the sister?
No idea.
Not in the house. Where did she go?
In the toilet, no?
No, she's not.
I saw her sneak past. I knew it himself. Technical difficulties.
Sorry about that.
No worries.
I think we're gonna have to wrap it up soon because
Your volume is very much decreased, mate.
Pardon?
Your volume has gone down a lot.
What's going on here? Hold on, let me put my headphones on. That will do the trick. Oh, left my headphones in the front room. Never mind. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, this has been a strange episode, but it's been a funny one as well. I've actually got tears in my eyes, like my side is hurting, I'm in severe pain. This episode has been top draw, to say the least.
Yeah, and just remember, if you want to send your kid to school, make sure they can touch their ear with the opposite hand.
If they can't do that, then consider maybe getting them a tutor to get them to learn to touch their ear. Or
a PE teacher.
Or just give up, man. Just write your child off, man. Just write that child off, man. Just try again next time. Have another child.
Get them to hang from the ceiling so their arms stretch out. Next time they go, can you touch your ear? I could touch my dad's shoulder. They were like, skip me 4 grades now.
Honestly, just give me the PhD now. Thank you. Oh, that's so funny, bro.
Oh, man.
Oh, but yeah, man. Keep on listening to both the playlists that we've got out. Also as well, if you're bored or if you're doing nothing, keep on streaming Summer Bop. We are almost at 25 at this current moment of recording, almost at 25K. So get that up there, please. We need it. We need it.
If you
And
want
yeah,
to see, if you want to see CJXY wedding vlog or a wedding special episode, put it in the comments and I will be your guy.
everyone kind of wants to see, like everyone's been like, oh, what are you gonna do about the podcast on the day of your wedding and stuff like that? I was like, well, I'm hardly gonna shoot a podcast on the day of my wedding, am I? I got babes.
It'll be interesting to get like behind the scenes footage and stuff.
Yeah, man. We
Yeah,
can,
man.
if
I
you
really
lot,
want a
I
camera.
don't know what day you lot are coming over, but we can definitely.
I'm coming on the
I
Friday.
think a vlog would be sick though.
Yeah. I think he's got a camera as well, no? Enki.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should
I
sort
would just
something
not
out.
be
Stuff.
editing. That's for damn sure.
We should definitely sort something out. Stuff. Do a special episode.
That would be sick. But yeah, man, let us know if that's something you want to see. Keep on supporting. Like I said, the last podcast done numbers. Hopefully, this one could do numbers as well. We can just push on. Keep on giving you lot quality content.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, like, comment, subscribe. It's been your boy CJXY. I've been here with the main man Major.
You know what it is.
Listen, you know where it is. The grind don't ever stop. Go them sugar. Go get that shmoolah. Love.
Amen.